Hello, Digi here, and we have some unfortunate news. We went from second place at the start of last time's LP to third place, dropping behind the Steel Weavers. So, yeah. Let's get back into the game.
System update.
Alright, best I could tell, because our income kind of sucks at the moment, our income and our technology sucks at the moment, it's pretty much guaranteed the main reason why we're not doing all that well. But if we can do some major damage to the Tarka, get them dropped down a couple of pegs, then we might look better by comparison and get a couple more ranks up. That's the theory, at least, since they are right below us. Let's wait a turn, keep working on our cruiser destroyer fleet, and then send them out.
System update.
Only ship construction done today. We're going to have to do a lot of destroyer construction for this wave.
The shipwrights stand ready to build.
And that seriously ate up our money.
System update.
One more turn and I'd say we're pretty good to have an exploration fleet head out.
System update.
Alright, time to head them out to Majapur.
We rise as one, Morokan.
They will have to make a bit of a stop by at Majapur to refuel, and then they should be able to make it to Kikorala fairly easily. Good news is, it's only going to take them 5 turns to get to Majapur. Our next colony location has been arrived at.
A new oasis for our people, Morokan.
We have explored Procyon. And we're going to have to save it for later. And we're pretty much out of range of everything else. So time to scuttle it.
This ship has seen its last flight.
And we have gone over budget for fusion warheads. Let's start getting some more money.
System update.
The colony on Hydra has been founded.
The problem was a challenge, but not an obstacle.
Oh? We've got the Hivers en route to Fornax. A single scouting fleet. So, this means that right here is where the Lear are. That's actually kind of helpful. This means we've got a much better target we can head towards. Let's redirect this fleet. Now it won't make it to Fornax. Still gotta have them sit at Majapur. However, this defensive fleet kinda needs to be sent to Fornax,
We rise as one, Morukan.
since the Lear seem to be coming from that direction. Alright. Let's see, what will be our next weapon tech? Plasma cannons aren't all that bad, really. Fusion torpedoes? Oh yeah, those things are nice. Really high powered. Phasers are actually pretty good. And if we're lucky, if we research phasers, we could get point defense phasers as a great point defense tech, even better than the point defense lasers that we currently have equipped on our ships. We could also get heavy combat lasers, which gives us a new type of ship we can build, and a big old beam weapon, which are always fun. The fusion torpedo will take a little less time, will give us a new mission mount for all our ship types, including the destroyer class, which we don't get with the heavy combat lasers. So I think our next step in weapons research technology will be the fusion torpedo.
You are wise, Morukan, to pursue this path.
Let's crank up that research. Get about 7 turns, that's pretty good. I'm really going to have to start consider spending a couple of turns building defensive platforms on several of our worlds. So let's see which of these worlds has the lowest income and are closest to the Lear. Manticore, it's got a defensive fleet there, so it's good. The Doom's closer to the Zool than anybody else. That doesn't help us any. Alright, while we're waiting, let's start work on our second fleet. Archangel. Cooling Breeze. To start off with.
Our sisters will build fine ships, Morukan.
Trying to save a bit of money. Yep, just a single scout ship. Nothing too concerning for the time being.
System update.
While we're waiting, let's go ahead and build a couple more. If I remember correctly, we should have an extended range cruiser ship that we can build. Indeed. Let's get these set up. Go with something cheap and start sending them out for exploratory missions. Let's see, what to name this ship type? How about the Sparrow?
It is a most cunning design, Morukan.
Sounds good. Let's build 4 of those.
The time has come. Increase the flock.
Really gonna eat into our money. But we need to get some exploratory information about both the Tarka and the Lear. And we have information about the Lear. So far as we know, They only have destroyer class ships, but they are at fusion and fusion warheads. Let's hope that information is accurate. Won the battle at Fornax handily.
System update.
Our first Sparrow is out.
We will cleave the darkness, Khan.
Send it to Fornax so it can refuel, so it can start scouting out the Lear worlds. It's still going to take it 12 turns to get there, sadly.
System update.
Our next one is built. So
We set wing, Morukan.
send it. Oh, there's two there. Yeah, send them both to Magicport and they'll start scouting out the Tarka, which is our next threat down, starting from the Lear. If we can eliminate the Lear and the Tarka, we're going to be in good shape.
System update.
And our offensive fleet has arrived at Magipur, and they are fully refueled. So let's send them out. And they're not in range anywhere. So they're gonna have to make a stop at Fornax, and then 3 turns from now we'll be able to actually send them out against the Lear. Or better yet,
We rise as one, Morukan.
we can send them to Shinobu and just have them strip 9 the place for fuel. 3 more turns and hopefully fusion torpedoes will be complete.
System update.
Nothing happened this turn. Let's start building more ships. Two more cruisers.
Our sisters will build fine ships, Morukan. System update.
2 ships built. Nothing else happening.
System update.
And we go over budget once again. After a really good string of early breakthroughs in on-time research with the first couple of techs we got, now we're going over budget on everything. Fun. Get a thermal up. Get a wave of destroyers built.
The time has come. Increase the flock.
Oh! The Lear actually have Shinobu colonized. They only have a single destroyer and 1 satellite. They're up against 10 cruisers and 20 destroyers. They're effed. Simply put. Let's go ahead and wipe this place off the map. And just for the heck of it, let's do it manually. Not much of a fight, but you'll get to see your first taste of planetary bombardments. I'll be right back once it finishes loading. And we're back.
All have come to share the glory.
Attack.
Tribes will fly by cars.
That's a lot of missiles. This Lear ship is not going to do anything. We're gonna have to tell you to stand off. We don't want you damaged. You're our refueling ship. If you get damaged, then we're kind of screwed. Slowly but surely, we're inching our way for it. Let's speed it up, shall we? And there's their little bitty defense satellite. Like it's gonna be able to do much to us. And we have won.
System update.
In our first
The problem
offensive
was a
action.
challenge, but not an obstacle.
And the Tarka say something to us. However, we have not done the xenotech research that allows us to understand their language. So it just comes out at a bunch of random gibberish. So, we have arrived at Shinobu, completely wiped it off the face of the earth. Let's go ahead
My
and
sisters will brew your fuel.
start refining so we can refuel and start attacking the main Lear worlds.
As you say, Maru-kan.
And we get fusion torpedoes. And our first planetary bombardment was a massive success. 5,053,944 enemy imperialists were killed, 4,027 enemy civilians lost. Lost 2 ships and got 2 resources added to the system, which we will be soon stripping away for resources. Shinobu's not that good for us. So now that we've got fusion tech up and researched, let's see, should we get heavy combat lasers or phasers? It might be slightly better to get heavy combat lasers since it'll take quite a bit less time than phasers will. And it gives us a new type of hull to add to our ships.
You are wise, Maru-kan, to pursue this path.
About right there seems good. 5 turns to complete. Speaking of which, let's go and design our new ship types. We now have grab boat cruiser ships. Look at that monstrosity. Pretty cool looking, huh? Give it plenty of point defense. Should they be given stealth armor? And it doesn't really improve their actual armor by much, and it just makes them more expensive, so not worth it. After we get heavy combat lasers, we're really going to have to look into researching more armor techs. So for our new cruiser grab boat design, let's name you Whirlwind.
It is a most cunning design, Maru-kan.
Where's the torpedoes? Odd. Let's double check our various ships. Ah. We've got some new stuff we can add. We can exchange a missile system for a particle beam. We get a greater rate of fire, but incredibly reduced range, but the same amount of damage and accuracy. I say it's worth it. And it makes it cheaper too. Totally worth it.
We will remember the plan of this ship, my Khan.
If we gave it a battle bridge, indeed it can get the particle beam as well. This one's primarily point defense, so let's slap on some more point defense.
It is a most cunning design, Khan.
And this is not going to be a combat ship, so I'm not going to be worried about giving them the battle bridge. This one, however, oh yeah, it's getting that.
We will remember the plan of this ship, my Khan.
Again, not a combat vessel, not going to worry about it. So to our destroyers, we should now have the torpedo mount. Give it some point defense. Void carver drive. Let's see, what shall we name our new destroyer torpedo mount? The Falcon. I think that's how you spell it. I don't entirely know.
It is a most cunning design, Khan.
Let's double check our other ship types. Yep, looking good. So we still got one flock queued up. Let's build 2 of these new Falcons. And go ahead and start building more cruisers, including our new Whirlwind. And that drops us below 1,000, so I think that'll be a good round of construction for now.
Ready to build.
And slowly but surely, our planetary development cost is dropping. And we've got more sectors that we can actually start building ships and turning on trade routes for. Next turn, we'll start really getting into that. Hopefully. Crank up the research just a bit more.
System update.
And they are now refueled.
It will not be done, my Khan.
Tuolono.
Our tribe will lead the way, my Khan.
And our next offensive fleet, Zai Fleet 4, is growing. Now we can really start getting our trade routes up and running. Let's see. Let's get another round at Manticore. It's going to take 5 turns and turn on the first trade route at Xanthu. Let's see, how are we doing? If we can stay first in colonies, then we'll be fairly decent off.
System update.
Nothing really happened this turn.
System update. Our research is complete, Mycon.
Hooray!
We rise as one, Morukan. We will cleave the darkness, Khan.
We now have heavy combat lasers. We did not go over budget. Body Haas terraformation is also complete. Now that we've got our heavy combat lasers, ooh, we also got lancers, an even better version of the heavy combat lasers. Cruiser construction. So, now that we've got that, let's start looking into armor techs. Polysilica alloy, which is the first of the armor techs, only takes 2 turns to complete.
The knowledge will not remain hidden for long.
Let's see exactly how much we can crank that. And looks like only 2 turns, no matter how much. So let's see if we can get a bit more money this turn. See how far we can crank it down before it drops to 3. Right there should do. Oh. Not good. It seems like the Lear have their own asteroid monitor. They not only have the ship colonized, they've got an asteroid monitor floating up over it. This ain't good. I'm going to sim it in the hopes that we'll do slightly better that way. Though you all saw how well the Zool did against an asteroid monitor, and that was at a world we couldn't colonize. This world apparently is. We're not in good shape for this one. And this is just the first world we've seen of theirs.
System update.
We survived! We not only wiped out a Lono, but we even managed to take out the asteroid monitor. Both good news and bad. Even worse news, we lost our tanker. We now have no way to replenish our fuel. It took a lot to take that asteroid monitor down, but the sim actually favored us this time. I probably should have done that fight manually, if only so we could get the cooling breeze out of the fight. Oh, wait, no? Oh, the asteroid monitor's still there. I misread that. We managed to take out the colony and the satellite orbiting it. The Dreadnought class asteroid monitor is still very much operational. So while we lost our refueling ship, our fleet did survive. So for now, we're going to keep on our campaign, see how many worlds we can take away from the Lear.
As you say, Morukan.
Mainly just trying to get the F away from the asteroid monitor. Alright. Start building more ships.
Stand ready to build.
Mark 3. Yep. Looks about right. One more turn for polysil.
System update. Our research is complete, Mycon.
And we have it. Shoni has completed its terraformation. Its infrastructure still not quite done yet. And we get 2 new techs that we can start researching. Magno-ceramic lattices, a armor tech, and arcology construction. What this does is allows more people to live on each world and makes our worlds get more population growth per turn. Not bad, but the next tech that I really want, repair and salvage ship. What this does is slapping one of these onto any fleet that we've got means that not only will it be able to refuel itself en route, but in between fights, it can repair itself. Meaning these offensive fleets will be completely self-sufficient. That's good stuff.
No secret can be hidden from my sisters, Morokhan.
Let's keep building up this new fleet, shall we? 2 goes, 2 falcons, 2 flocks, 2 lightnings. Yep. Wait, before we build any more, let's upgrade their armor. Common fissionables and polysil. Though we probably won't be using this type of ship anymore.
We will remember the plan of this ship, Mycon. It is a most cunning design, Morokhan. We will remember the plan of this ship, Mycon.
We can even put this armor upgrade on our defense satellites.
It is a most cunning design, Morokhan. We will remember the plan of this ship, Mycon. It is a most cunning design, Morokhan. We will remember the plan of this ship, Mycon. It is a most cunning design, Morokhan. We will remember the plan of this ship, Mycon. It is a most cunning design, Morokhan. We will remember the plan of this ship, Mycon. It is a most cunning design, Morokhan.
And there we go. Our fleet is now fully enhanced. With that, I think here is a good place to end it. This is Digi, signing off.